What's going on, everybody? Oftentimes, I will mention about the fact that I've done quite a lot of different things in my life in terms of jobs and stuff like that. I've been a police officer, I've worked corrections, I've been in the military, and I'm currently a nurse. And I got some crazy stories. And I asked, and people said, hey, tell a few of them. So this is my first installment of it. And I figured if I'm going to do it, I might as well go big. I'm going to tell you about a sex offender who came to prison while I was working there and what happened with him. Now, this sex offender, he was a younger guy, I believe 19, 20, somewhere around there. And he had molested a little boy, technically as a juvenile. And he did his time in juvenile prison and then was on probation or parole. I don't remember which one. And he violated it. But he violated it after he had turned 18. So you go to big boy jail. And it is what it is. For me as a nurse, I didn't care about the charge. I was there to take care of the patient. That was the big thing. Now this particular guy, he had a medical condition that required treatment, and so he would come down to the infirmary while I was there. Now, the prison I worked at was the reception prison. So basically, everybody except for death row, the state of Indiana, went to this prison, and then they got classified to whatever other prison they were going to go to. So they're normally only there for a couple weeks, maybe a month, depending on how busy things are. And the one thing with this prison is basically it is a maximum security prison. You are locked down except for going to the chow hall and for 2 hours for movie time. That's it. Which prevents a lot of issues that you normally would have in a regular prison, especially with a sex offender. And the thing with this guy is, come to find out, he was suicidal. And when he went to his next prison, I ended up talking with one of the staff members at that prison because he was one of my patients, and we had some paperwork we had to send over for something. I don't remember what exactly it was. And he had only been there for a couple days. And the other nurse told me, "Hey, you remember so and so, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sending the paperwork on him right now." And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, you can hold off for now because he's not here." I'm like, "What? He just got sent to you the other day." He's like, "Yeah, he did, but now he had to get medevaced out because he decided to go onto his dorm and started telling everyone what he was charged with and what he was convicted of." I'm like, "Oh." Now in Indiana DOC, the prison issues you work boots because a lot of places you work on a crew somewhere, either inside the fence or outside, depending on your level and everything. The other convicts at his facility decided to beat him and stomped him, to include his genitals. and beat him so bad that he was basically a breath away from death, because he was talking about how what he had done. As a nurse, it's not my job to judge, to punish, anything like that. As a person, that's an entirely different subject. So while I was inside on the clock, that's one thing. Outside the clock, entirely different. If you don't know, there's a guy named J.D. DeLay. He is a ex-convict, done a lot of stuff in his life, but has turned himself around. He talks about this kind of stuff quite a bit. You should check him out. I'll leave a link down below to his YouTube in the description. Talk to you guys here later.